maybe I can see the chat. If I turn on comments, can I see it?
Yes, turn on the comments. Hi, everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, good. So good to see everyone.
Hi, Suzanne. Hi, Suzanne. Hi, Suzanne. I have a little letter for you.
Oh, yay. We started talking backstage and all this amazing spiritual chit chat was going on. I thought, man, we should be talking about this live. So you guys, I'm so blessed to get to hang out today with Jeffrey here and just talk to you and do our stuff, do what we do. And yeah, but what an amazing journey that Jeffrey is on and has been through and getting through. And we are here along with him. And because we are a family. And
Indeed. I mean, the people from YouTube, I can't even describe it. I can't even describe it. It's just, the GoFundMe and the PayPal before that and the Amazon Prime, and I get letters and I get messages, and it's like, thank you, because I tune into it. I tune into it when I'm having a moment, and I have quite a few moments a day. I tune into, everyone says you're going to be all right, so you're going to be all right. Because sometimes in the middle of like trying to make believe everything's okay, and then your shoelace breaks or something happens, it's like, my whole life's falling apart.
Exactly. Isn't that funny how that works? It's like that last straw.
Exactly.
The last straw of the hour, right? Because I've been flowing through all this hourly, I would think. Everybody's recognizing that we are twinsies today. And
we didn't plan it.
We didn't plan. Here's the deal. I did plan to wear this in honor. But I sent, you remember, Jeffrey, I sent you that picture of me when I was.
Yes, I do. I
was junior high, I think. That picture was a junior high picture. I've been wearing this style of hat my whole life.
It's the best style for the shape of my head, and because I don't have any hair, so it keeps me warm, and it's good for the sun. These are my sunglasses, basically.
Oh, totally.
And then as as the sun moves during the day, I move my head.
Right. So then you get a little style going on. Yeah. So this one actually is from Ireland, but
this was an Amazon Prime, and I pressed buttons for 3 colors, and I got all 3 colors. God bless you. I got brown, there's green, and blue.
All the best colors ever. I love it. And so I thought I'd wear it today in honor of you. And but we didn't plan the colors. So green, dark, and then he's wearing the dark and the green.
I'm wearing this because it's warm.
Yeah. Well, on earlier I was on with my members, and I turned this, as you can kind of see here a little bit, but you can see the snow piled up here. But I'm looking out on this winter wonderland, the snow today, so we're snowed in.
Well, we had it was blizzardy. It was about 12 inches, but it was very blizzardy. It was like the drifts were amazing.
Right.
And but now I think it almost hit 40 today, so it all melted, and which is almost the worst because the slush.
Yeah.
But whatever, we're getting through it. It's winter. Yeah. It's winter,
And I don't know about you guys, but we need the moisture. So.
Well, we don't. Not now.
Not now. Mm-hmm.
Hi, Holly. Hi, Ron. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Suzanne again. Hello, Michelle Mabel. Hello, Strawberry Rhubarb.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. Good to yeah, love. So yeah, so here we are. And we are hanging out today. We're going to look into your questions and so forth because Jeffrey is back in business.
I'm back in business. I'm
back in business, baby.
The backdrop isn't as good, but we're working on it. Well, I think tomorrow I'm going to get a key to a studio.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And how can we help you as a community? Hi, Sheila. Celtic Tarot, Sheila.
Oh, hi. Hi. Where are you? I don't see her. Okay.
Do you see her?
Well, you can get a reading from me. You can subscribe to my channel. You become a member of my channel. You can buy an astrology t-shirt. You can buy a scarf. I will have new bandanas soon. I kind of sold out of bandanas. I sold out of a one-of-a-kind t-shirt. Not sold out. I think there's like 2 left of each. But I'll be making more because I'm going to have a studio again.
Okay.
And I'll also use it as my YouTube studio. So hopefully that's going to, I don't think I'll be up and running, but I'll be,
in that direction.
There's a lot of organization. I've been packing, my hands are like completely raw because I've been washing because everything is soot. So, every 10 minutes I'm washing my hands because everything gets sooty. And then so no more. I packed like 30 boxes or something. And I threw away probably 150 garbage bags. No exaggeration.
Wow.
So, but anyway, the mover is coming tomorrow. I'm getting the key tomorrow. That's what's going on.
Okay. Yeah. And we will, as a community, start kind of praying for that new studio space for you, just so when you enter it.
It's a temporary. It's temporary.
Okay.
That someone has extra room, because usually my studio is my apartment.
Oops. Right.
My studio, my YouTube is my apartment, Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she got 3 bandanas. Hi, Marge. Mm-hmm. I'm glad you love them. And you know that what? Okay, I'm such a big queen. Like for the size, right? If you do it like into a triangle like this, I was going to wear it, but it just didn't match the thing.
Match the thing.
And all my hair burnt off in the fire. Unbelievable. You could do kerchief, honey.
Look at that.
Right size for kerchief.
I love it. And how do you say that? I don't
even know what a kerchief is anymore.
Yay, queen. Yeah, love it. Perfect.
You know what I use? I use them in the kitchen. They're perfect for the kitchen. It's like dry dishes and stuff like that.
No, they're too pretty.
That's what I use them for. Yeah.
So babushka.
It's a babushka, or if you can carry your baby.
Wow, this is multi-purpose. Yeah, it's a babushka. I love it. So, all right, you guys. So he gave us a list of things of how we can help him out, continue to help him out as.
Oh, and I think I was thinking about it like a few days ago. I think I'm going to add astrology mugs.
Great idea.
Right, to my site. I'm going to have. I mean, it's my design, but I have somebody upload it for me because they know where to place it, and you could figure it out yourself. It's like I don't have 2 days. Here's money. You do it. Thank you. So I'm going to add that. I think.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Love it. Anything. And, we all love merch. So just in general, as a society, we love our merch. So
yeah,
anything is great. I love it.
I have to put my glasses on. Otherwise, all the names look exactly the same. Hi, Gina. Hi, Christy. Hi, Teresa.
Jane's going to get her hat on.
Oh, huh?
Get her hat.
Hi, Lisa. Hi, Lisa.
Lisa. Yay.
Hi, Mims.
Yeah, everybody came to see you. They wanted to see you. All right, so we're gonna help getting them back into.
And I have no idea what's going. I mean, I know that I don't know anything. The only thing I've been doing, I've been going to my YouTube and like people write a lot of messages and I answer them. That's
Yeah.
really all I've done. I watched one or two. I like my nature documentaries. They calm me down. So I watched one or two. That was it.
Have you ever thought about designing ties?
You know, I do pocket square. I understand what you're saying, but honestly, a tie, a tie means I belong. I'm part of society. I fit in. A pocket square is more like, and this is my little right?
Yeah.
Tie,
little shish. Is that called?
yeah.
Your little.
Yeah, and then the pocket square also like you could wear it as a scarf, or you could catch a cab with it. You know, or it's a very fancy handkerchief. The thing is also with ties, I have to take out the innards and put it back in. It's like no. You know, one of the things that I threw away, my sewing machine, and I couldn't be happier.
Your sewing machine.
I am so happy. I hate sewing. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Okay.
That's funny.
I went to fashion school.
Oh, okay. That's why you hate it. So something's going on with your audio right now.
Me?
Yeah.
Is that better?
No.
Oh, what? How can I fix it? You know?
Yeah. Turn it off and then turn it back on. Let's see. Wow.
What is that?
Mercury retrograde, maybe.
Well, what I can try to do is try to do it like this instead. Do you know how to go into the back end and do stuff? Wait, let's do cam mic. Okay. Cam audio. Echo cancellation. No.
Echo cancellation.
Is that better?
I just echoed you, but that's all I can do on my side.
I think it disappeared.
It's still weird.
I know. Let's try this instead. I hate these things. Does it work?
Wait. Okay, so that's so much better, but we can't hear you now. Can't hear you yet. Oh, because you're muted. Take yourself off mute. Unmute mic. I'm showing that your mic. There you go.
Hello.
Oh, no, it's still horrible.
Still? Well, I don't know then.
EVP. Everybody has their idea of what's going on here.
I don't know it. Thank you, Deb. Shit. I really want to do this.
How about
we try with nothing?
Oh, yeah, that works. That's perfect.
Hello? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I saved the microphone. It smells like smoke, but it works because I made videos that.
It might not. It might have just given up the ghost. Or like Wayne is saying that, and a few others, that maybe aliens were taking over your mic.
Oh, I don't think so.
Or EVP. Remember, we just saw some orbs before we come on. So you know when you're doing ghost hunting and they have all this equipment. And
the weird stuff.
Yeah. Catches ghosts and stuff like that. And we did just see orbs behind me before we got on.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it sounds perfect. It sounds perfect now.
All right.
So we're going to catch you up with the news.
Okay. Tell me what's going on.
Interesting how all of a sudden when you go through something, and it is, what you went through, or, when we go through any human tragic situation, how the rest of the world just kind of falls away and we don't even care. Like,
yeah.
And
for the most part, I don't really care all that much either.
Okay. Anyways, but you know what I mean. But it's just like
I know what you mean. Yeah, I mean, I heard about the maybe that was before the big volcano.
No, I think that was after.
That I heard about. That was about it. I'm fascinated with volcanoes. So
okay, yeah, that makes sense. But so welcome, kind of back.
thank you.
As you kind of ebb and flow. It's kind of like the tide coming in.
Oh, really? Still?
It's like when you do this, when you come back, you know, as you heal and kind of overcome what's happening. It's like a tide coming in. You'll come in, but then you'll go, and then you'll come in a little further. So be
Like
kind to yourself. Yeah.
Sometimes cancer has that energy, right? I always feel like cancer, sign of cancer has that energy.
Oh.
Because it's a crab. It moves sideways. It comes in. It goes out. It, wants to be safe. Sometimes cancer has that energy. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now we just went through a new moon, so you do astrology and all that, and I'm fascinated. But you know more than I mean, that's a whole different language for me, and I just it's fascinating. And do you utilize like new moons and full moons?
It depends, honestly, if I have the time.
Okay.
Because I usually do like 90 videos a month. So, because I do weeklies for all signs, for my members. And then I do the dailies every day with Nancy Jean, which I'm going to get back to. So that already is 13, 26, it's 52, and that's already 82 videos.
Holy cow.
So, and then, it depends on if I'm really busy. It's like I can't get to the new moon, or I can't get to the whatever. But I try. I really want to do more art videos. That's what I really want to
do. Follow what brings you joy, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Because if anything you've learned from this tower in your life, it's, hey, I have to do what I love, and surrender some of this other stuff, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you've been forced into spring cleaning. And so it's a mind, body, spirit connection thing here going on. So interesting.
And it's unbelievable. Like, because the thing is that you have to go through every single item one by one and decide, it's like, does it even pay to clean this thing?
Right.
Do I really want to keep this? And then there are other things that I start to clean and I'm like, this is taking too long and you can get another one. It's like the soot is not coming out of this.
Right.
The soot is not coming. And it's like, bye-bye.
So again, it's like metaphorically, how do we look? Because this is it's all connected. So how do we look mind, body, spirit as you clean these things up and you look at it? Is this worth keeping, or do I surrender this and open up energy for something new to come in?
Yeah, right? Yeah. Like I have a really wonderful, what do you call it? Watering can, and it's tin, I guess. It has a great shape. And it was on the floor today, and I saw it, and I was like, "Oh, I really want to save that. It's really cute." And I pick it up, and it was, I guess, the fireman stepped on it or something. And it was like, it was all like,
"Oh,
okay,
but I guess not." Yeah, forced spring cleaning.
Yeah,
that's a lot of emotions with that. I'm feeling. But we are continuing to love you and hold space for you.
I tune into it, and I'm telling you, people send me like personal notes. They send me personal messages, texts, and it just goes. It was really overwhelming. It was like I can't even get back to everyone. I can't. There are still people I still have to get back to. Still, and I'm just trying to, like, I don't know. It's, when you're out of control, it's like what I really want is just a little bit of control.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why I got deep into, like, okay, let me get back into that apartment, see what I can save, see what I'm going to throw away. Got to pack everything up. And it's like I want to get that sort of cleaned up in ways that I can move on into, like, doing my videos again, making my art again, because I can't do 12 things at once. I don't operate like that. I don't. Yeah. very efficient. I'm Virgo rising, so I'm very like, I like to have everything put to bed. I like to have everything in a nice little box, and the box is marked. I know exactly where to put the box, and you know, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Well, again, we're holding space for you as you journey through this and create
Thank you.
Start, your new path, your new journey here with this.
I know.
A forced move. You're going down this. You've been forced to make a turn and go this direction. So here we go, and we are all behind you. And
I feel like what's her name from Streetcar Named Desire?
oh my gosh.
Blanche Dubois. I've always relied on the kindness of strangers.
Always rely on the kindness of strangers. Anyway, all right. Moving forward, though, we are going to dive in today and bring you a little bit out of.
Yeah. The best thing about doing readings is I don't think about me.
Exactly. So we're going to give you some time of that. And I already have some questions started here, but I did want to talk about this a little bit before I wanted to read on this. We have DeSantis and DeSantis and Biden administration, a little spar over the care of migrant children. Have you heard? You haven't heard. So apparently DeSantis wants to stop the aid to any of the care and shelters, longstanding shelters that are caring for these migrant children. He wants to stop all funding. And of course,
because he has a big heart.
Yeah, because his heart's so big. So he's threatening to keep longstanding shelters from caring for migrant children. What? Why? Where does that even? How can that even enter somebody's?
Isn't that the Fed? Because he's playing to his base. Look at how I'm taking care of real Americans. That's why.
But he's making a run.
Isn't that federal money? That's my question.
Maybe that's so.
Isn't that federal money? I mean,
I don't know.
It's it's like, you want to go buy all your clothes.
Okay, so this is how he's doing it, Jeffrey. He's threatening to take their licenses away.
The license? Oh my God!
So if you're accepting federal money for this, he'll take your license. Right. So he's getting around that. Me too, Lisa. She says, "I'm so sick of these crazy people." I'm just like, what?
So what would be?
I'm gonna wake up today and figure out how I can fuck up some sweet person today. You know what I mean? What are you doing? Like, I don't even understand how that. So he's creating. I don't know. He is. I don't know if this is like one of those, like you said, maybe it's like a move on the.
Oh, it definitely. Look, all these politicians, all the moves that they make are political moves. Whether they believe in something or they don't believe in something has nothing to do with it. It's like, will this get me votes? Will this get people to like me? Will this get people to give me money? That's the bottom line. That's it.
Well, here we go.
It's a nice thing or not nice thing. They don't really care.
I want to see how this is going to turn out, because this is definitely.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm folding at the same time. Here we go.
Oh no, do it. You fold away.
Like my life is on this desk, and it's like, what is that? So the question is, will he be successful in shutting down? Would that be the question?
Oh, okay. Will this be a successful move for him to try to revoke these licenses from shelters? What is this going to produce for him? He thinks it's going to get him in the White House as the president of the United States. How in the hell could anybody vote for someone who wants to hurt children?
There are people out there who would. As simple as that.
just makes no sense. He's a snake.
It's so dark in here. I can't even see my cards.
We need to get. It's on the list, guys. He needs a lamp.
No. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm just talking. I'm just.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Yeah.
No, it won't work.
Mm-mm.
No, because I get the empath here, the caring, loving mother, right? And then I get justice. So it like fairness is going to prevail, and I get the star. So people have a higher mind.
I agree. I have that too. I do see, however, he's a snake. He's literally doing this for that old base, right? That old base. You have the lily right there in the middle.
What card?
And a snake. These are Lenormand cards.
Oh.
Have you heard of Lenormand?
I've heard of them, and I found a deck that somebody gave me a long time ago, but it was very tiny.
Oh, I made these. These are mine.
Yeah, the tiny is I can't do. So they went into one of the.
You can see my little emblem there.
They're yours.
Yeah, I made them. So I did the Lenormand plus 16 oracle cards to add in with it. But anyways, yeah, and I put the little words down there for people if they want.
Smart.
Yeah, snake in the grass. He's referring to that old dark money patriarchal base. But yeah, nope. With the cross there, that is not going to happen. I have the stars. I have the star too from this deck, the stars. So I do feel like it's not going to go through. But,
yeah, in this particular reading, I got like higher mind. That's what I got right away. Higher mind. There's a higher calling. There's a higher. It's taken care of. Because I always feel with justice. Because you know how in the justice card there's that. I already put it away. I always feel like there's an illumination from above with that card.
Oh, yes.
Divine justice. It's not just justice on this plane. It's divine justice.
Divine justice. I love that.
It's like what the judge says is not even coming out of his mouth. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's what I always feel with the justice. It's bigger than us. It's bigger than the court case. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's what I always get with that card.
Whenever I get any major arcana cards too, I always feel, well, it's a little bit bigger than you know what I mean? There's more to this. There's layers to this.
Yeah.
Indigo, yes, of course. She's asking if she can post.
I love your letter. How can you do those emojis so well, Tina? I can't even find the emojis. I really can't. I usually put like the 2 dots in a little thing. That's it. That's about as far as I can go. I can paint.
So Mims, these should be. I should have. I ordered decks, and they should be here in about a week, and I will let everybody know how they can purchase them. So looking forward to that. Yeah. So. All right. So I was kind of checking in a little bit more on this, but I'm just going to leave it here. He's not going to be successful at making this happen. Something else is going to come down on him before it gets too far.
Oh, I see.
Thing here. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I kind of felt that actually. Now you say it, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm on my way to the store, but I got into a traffic accident.
Right. Yeah.
I was on the road. I was on my way to the store, and someone just came out of the, oh, yeah, I got that too. Yeah,
exactly. And then Indigo just posted her cards, and that absolutely. Look at the 10 of swords there. Right. It just backed up what we both got. I love that. Okay. Going to the starred questions, we have. Marie says the Russians sailed off with the tail between their legs. Yay for the Irish. So
I saw a blurb about Irish fishermen. That's all. I didn't even press the button. That's all I saw. So what is that?
So Yeah, so they Russia was threatening something about coming in and um, threatening violence and everything, and to 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 move into these waters or something, and stop. And this is where they go. This is where they do all their fishing, right? And so. And someone else will know better than I am explaining.
Well, all countries have maritime borders, so you can't go fishing 20 miles off Long Island or Florida if you're not an American boat. You can't. Doesn't matter. You can't. It's like that's their international waters.
I feel like this had to do, and it would be destroying, like it would be destroying some ocean and okay, so yeah, Russian Navy planned on doing their war games there and exercises, and it would destroy the ocean and the fish and like all that stuff. It would be disrupted, and they were saving the planet basically. And so yeah, so yay. And I had done a reading on it and said that the Russians were not going to be triumphant. It was kind of like they poked the environmentalists. You'd never poke the environmentalists with something like this. They're going to get there in droves and help these fishermen, because the fishermen said, we're going out fishing that day, and we're going to be in your way, right? And so that's kind of so.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, you guys. That's what. Yeah, Russia was threatening to cut the communication cables underwater. They were doing all this stuff. And,
and as you're saying that, and I know that the only thing I do know in a general way is like, you see the blurbs. It's like, oh, the war. Obviously, Russia has like a lot of hot air, and that's pretty much what they have. They're hanging on to their reputation as being the bad boys.
Yeah,
that's kind of all they have.
They're trying to call bluff or something, and they don't have.
Right. So, yeah. And this is like on 3 fronts already.
Yeah,
that's what I'm getting. Right.
Like, yes, absolutely. On the other front, I was always getting that. It's going to get down to the wire, but it's nothing. It's not. It's just. It's just like one of these. It's like your muscles, but nothing.
Right.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Holly's asking, can we read on Trump? He's physically imploding today. Something just happened and he's flipping out. Okay, let's do a little reading on 45 here.
What do you want him personal? Like on his mental, physical, like that?
Yeah. Just kind of overall. Yeah.
Is that correct, Holly?
I'm going to throw kind of general and see where it takes me. And then, I'm going to, if I need to narrow it in, I'll narrow it in, I guess. Yeah.
These cards are new. I could shuffle forever and they're still not worn in,
Oh, then your card. Yeah. They'll get there. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, it keeps on closing in, I know everybody wants it now, but he feels left out in the cold, right? He's left out in the cold in the snow, not dressed correctly. This is what he wants to be, but it's not this is what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
Be held up and admired, right? Because that's what this card's about, is about being held up and admired, seen. But I feel like this time, sometimes Danny describes this one almost like Fred Flintstone. That's what he uses for this card sometimes. It's like a 2x4. Oh, right off the horse. Oh,
Whoa, that information knocked me right on my ass. Yeah.
And I'm stuck. I'm stuck.
And paranoid.
Right. Right. And then I get, the dark money and stress. Alone. Alone. Alone.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's what I'm getting. That's really what I remember one time, I think, you were on it, but I think it was somebody else's channel, and we were doing, it was a lot of people, there's a lot of readers, and I went into Trump, which I don't ever do. He's so alone.
Oh.
He's always been alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's in a much more profound way now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I absolutely see. Look at this coming in. I have the complete black card and then his mental health. Like he is not okay right now. Look at that.
This is all the crazies.
Yeah.
And what does the black card mean?
The black card, so these are Andrea's Lilac Lanterns cards. So the black is like, depending on what the reading is, you draw it in. But there's fear. He's fear, anxiety for him.
Right.
And when it's paired up to this card, he is flipping out. This is definitely backing up, Holly, what you just said. This is flipping out.
It's like being
because he's the out of control. You have the fast and in the sunlight, so that he sees things out of control right now. Mm. And you said being alone, all these people with words against him, everybody testifying and bringing that information. You have hordes of them, and it's going to show this, and that's why he's in this. He's guilty, she's guilty, everybody's guilty, and he's a wreck. That's kind of, there's so much out against him, so many people testifying now against him, and he sees the walls closing in. That's what I'm seeing here.
Yeah, well, that's what that nine of.
Yeah. Oh, that 9 of Wands.
Yeah, and always with the 9 of Wands, I always get like the 9 of Wands is like that point in battle. It's like you're defending your castle, right? And you realize it's like time stands still in that 9 of Wands. It's like, should I defend the castle and maybe lose my life, or should I give up the castle and live to fight another day? But it sort of seems to go in slow motion. It's like you see the whole picture. It depends, like on a personal reading, sometimes depending on the cards, it's sort of like, yes, you should fight for it. And sometimes it's like, is it really worth it?
Right.
Give up the castle, you get to live, sort of like what I did. I gave up the castle so that I got to live,
Yep, exactly. I'm never going to forget that now. That story behind
very
that.
Interesting card.
9 of Wands.
Very interesting. You know how like sometimes there are the moments in your life, and it's a lot of times it's before a catastrophe or something. Like you're going to bump into that brick wall or whatever, and it's like the whole thing goes behind you, in front of you, and it's like, I don't know, you just feel surrounded by the thought, and it's like, what should I do?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little. The nine is very. All the 9s are very rich. They're very. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them.
They've been through. Well, Wow.
Right. It's like right at the end of the story. It's just before the lesson is learned. It's like, this is the last piece. This is the last thing that you put in the cake that makes it the cake. I don't know what to say it.
Oh gosh. Yeah. Okay. I said, what are we going to see in the next 24 hours with him? It's kind of what I asked. I feel like we're going to see some. First of all, I got this card again, the fast card. There's something speeding in here.
Oh, for him in the next 24?
In the next 24, I said, what's happening with him in the next 24 hours? We may see some connections to money and foreign connection with money here. He kind of sees the writing on the wall. We have the jail card here. I'm not saying he's going to jail in the next 24 hours. I'm just saying he understands. He's feeling caught. There's nowhere for him to move. He is caught up in this. This is coming out. And his house is upside down. His whole house. Not happy. Upside down smile.
Okay.
What did you get? The nine. What?
I got, this man under stress, the 9 again.
Oh my word.
Defending himself. There's a secret going to come out.
There you go. Next 24. I asked 24 hours.
About money.
You got that again.
Yep.
Wow.
Money. This is what I'm getting. There's hidden money in the church. There's hidden money. There's money in it's like it's right in front of them, but because the weird thing about this card is like, do they even see this?
It's right there. It's right there. And they're like, I can't see it.
And they know it's there, but they can't quite. It's right there.
Yeah.
Like, and then if you like sort of turn around and change your perspective, it's like, oh, okay. That's the way in. A little bit. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And that high priestess shows up. Either she's going to keep it to herself or she's going to reveal.
Exactly. So something's going down, whether we know about it or not. Something's going down in the next 24 hours. Yeah. Lynn is agreeing. Yeah, maybe pay attention to Tish James' office in the next few days.
They found a new way to get in. That's what you know what I mean? They found a new, it's like they have, there's certain ways, I guess, you work in the law, and it's, how like they got the mobster in Chicago with the taxes. There's always a way in.
Always a way in.
Because everything he did was, not only up and up. Right. So they'll find a way in. Yeah. And once you're in, like if you're trying, once you're in, it's like you got the flashlight. It's like,
right.
Oh, what's the Mona Lisa doing in here?
Right. You have access to all the corners once you're in. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I do agree with that. You know how when the walls start coming closer, you become you become more dangerous. I feel that too.
Right. Well, when you're fighting for your life.
Well, yeah, when you're saving a drowning victim, the person trying to save is one that drowns.
You get this desperate,
the desperate holding on piece to that. But I remember, and you probably do too, remember doing readings on the former guy before he was the former guy, and we always thought it was going to get way worse before it got better, right? We're still dealing with it.
We're only in the beginning of the middle of the story. We're only in the beginning of the middle of the story.
Exactly. He's becoming more unhinged every day. Boxed and animal. Thank you, Pamela. That's kind of the words I was looking for.
If I don't see everyone's name, I'm sorry for not saying hello to everyone. I want to say hello to everyone. Okay.
I love it. The chat goes by so fast. A lot of times I miss so much. I feel like I'm seeing everything, and I really don't. Let's see.
Okay.
Victoria, the former guy. Is the former guy going to be arrested before?
Oh, who's TFG? I thought it was like a new group or something. What's TFG?
The former guy.
You know, sometimes people send you a text. It's like, what does that mean?
Oh, totally. I have to look it up.
What?
I usually have to Google it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, what? I'm missing out on this one. I didn't catch this new thing. But yeah.
Well,
I know. I can tell you that he's not really the powerhouse behind these Civil War people.
right.
He's a tool. Like he's a puppet to them, right? They've been wanting to do this Civil War shit forever. He's just an avenue for them, right? To bring their agenda up. Is my sense to
Absolutely.
them.
Well, George W. Bush played the puppet too.
Yeah.
That was definitely while we change the taxes, while we go to war, while
Right.
Yeah. It's a shell game.
Yeah. So, but let's see if these.
Okay, so let me. So that's like a two-part question.
Yeah.
First I'm going to say, is he going to be arrested? That's what I'm going to write.
Oh, that's a good question. Let's just because the energy over the last few years is he'll never. Well, he might be arrested. He wouldn't be in jail though. Let's see. Will he be arrested?
Yeah, I think what you just said is actually the right thing. I think what you said is just actually the right thing. It's like what does that mean?
I do feel he's going down. Interesting. He is guilty. The truth is coming out. Justice is going to happen. Well, do you want me to show you what I got?
Sure.
Okay. I have, as things this is, this is the alien card, but when you look at the alien card, it's like things, undisclosed. I feel like as it becomes clearer, things are going to become clearer. I have, look what, I mean, I can't get away from these cards.
Right.
I have
right. Jail.
Yeah. So that possibility of being arrested could be there. I don't know that he'll be in jail. I don't know that you're arrested, throw him in jail. I don't know that but he is, when these things, when everything becomes clear, he's going down. The truth is coming out. Guilty, guilty, guilty.
Mm-hmm.
I have truth coming out. He is guilty. And then you have court time. Like he'll be in court for the rest of his life. That's going to be his view for the rest of his life right there.
Yeah, I get this one. So a lot of times I read this as this is like people who watch my station, like this is like the card of my station. It's so weird. And he's like, very responsible, but he can also be stuck. The only knight that doesn't move, right? So It's stuck. It's like stuck. Like when you're trying to get your car out of the snow, it's like it's just stuck, man.
Spinning.
I could go forward. I could go backward. I could go, it's like I'm just stuck. And then when you said what you said, you're like, it's just going to be in court forever.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's going to be in court forever. But I do get death. So I get a complete transformation. So something died. And then also what we understand and what we want, say, as justice, right?
Yeah.
It might be something bigger. He might not have to go to jail
Right.
in order for us to get the justice that we need as a country, as individual. You know,
Yeah.
it's sort of like sometimes I have an idea. It's got to
Mhm.
be this way, and um, there's something else at play, or do you know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
Eh, so, I mean, I think it's definitely going to be transformed. And also, then I get her, you know, and she has a certain compassion to her, but she's also sometimes I think he's almost like the first domino.
Yes.
It's like he's the first domino. Oh boy, it's almost like, you know, I'm sure some people would like to see him no longer on this earth, right?
Yeah.
By law, got me?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know how else to say it. So, but sometimes, like, divine justice keeps them in jail for 30 years so that they get
Right. Right. That's worse. Yeah. The real justice is that he has to live with this.
Yeah,
He has to live in this state.
yeah,
Right.
right.
Yeah.
And over and over and over.
Over and
That's
over
what I
and
get.
over again. Yeah.
The spinning, because these can even be wheels. You know, the pentacles are a weird. Sometimes I see the pentacles as like wheels or suns, or because it's round. You know, so or you know what I mean? Because they're round.
Yes.
It could be a wheel. It could be a record. It could be anything that's round. And it's just, and I just get over and over and over. It's almost like Sisyphus. You know.
I
You know
love how you read those, how and everybody who's watching who is doing tarot and learning tarot, this is a great way to look at your cards and utilize every symbol on them. I think you do such a great job with that, Jeffrey.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. They're very rich. The cards are so rich.
It's and every time they're alive. So every time
They're alive.
use them.
I mean, I can, you know, and there are certain cards that have so many meanings to me. There are certain ones I have like 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, then there are certain ones, and as you read more and more and more, it's like it reveals more and more to you,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, wow. You know the six of swords,
Yeah.
the refugees that are going.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's the mother. Like, why? I don't know why, but I always feel so. It's the guy, and in the traditional deck, it's the guy, and then there's a woman and a child, and they're refugees basically.
Yeah.
But I always feel like that's the grandmother, that's the matriarch, because when the matriarch says it's time to go, it's time to go. She has the final say.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean, it's like, yeah, it's been really bad here for like a year or two, and now she says, it doesn't matter where we're going. Just get on the boat.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter where we're going. I don't really care where we're going. All I know is that the volcano is going to blow again.
Right. We need to get
on the boat.
Yeah.
So a lot of times when I pull that card, when I'm like, when I do it for people, I'm like, is your mother alive? What would your mother do? That's what I said to them. They go, how did you know? I'm like, I don't know. So they take on their own. I think the most genuine for me and way to read is to really have your own interpretation and to trust your own gut as to what that card means, and then that's part of the vocabulary of the card for you that you can bring to whoever you read for or with.
Exactly. And you know, again, the card, the symbols are alive, and it's just it opens up that communication with your guides to bring through messages. You're creating a language,
right,
to be able to communicate with spirit,
right.
And so the cards are just another way of
it's just a tool.
It's just a tool.
Yeah.
And each card, you know, has this. So we understand this symbol, right? And it comes through, and it comes through differently for each reading because every message is different. But your guides know this symbol, so they're going to use it, right? So even if you don't use cards and you go, I'm going to give a message, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to meditate and I'm going to tap in and I'm going to give a message to someone. Your guides might use cards in your mind's eye. They might, you know what I mean? So it's just symbols. It's symbols.
It's also good to do some research on what symbols mean. There's so much information out there. I personally like information from books more, but like that last card you showed. So it was like a little teddy bear, but it looked like bat wings. So it could be the wings, it could be the halo, it could be a teddy bear, it could be the water.
Right. It's temperance. It's temperance card, but yeah.
Oh, temperance, really? Oh, okay, lovely. I love the temperance card.
But it's different because I'm using different cards, right?
Right.
So you saw that's where you know, spirit took you right to the wings and the, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah. I love it. You guys, I just love this language and being able to build your dictionary so you can
just like everyone uses language in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
There are certain friends that you have that use the same expression over and over and over, and you identify them with that, and maybe even the attitude of those words you identify with that. It's the same thing.
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Love it.
Right. And then like when angel, like if I'm getting, say, what's the Gemini card? The Lovers and Judgment and Temperance. When you got 3 angels there, it's like, oh, this is really
right.
This is like heaven sent. You know, if you get one and it's like, okay,
yeah.
But getting and you're looking for, like, I look for, like, and what do these cards have in common? Oh, and what do they have in common? Oh, and every single one of them is a yellow background. Oh, so there's enthusiasm, there's optimism, there's joy. You know, every one of them is like sort of dark and night, and it's like there's something hidden, there's something scary, there's something, right? So yeah. And I think everyone reads cards in a different way, and I think that's what makes it interesting.
And I love it. It's magic and artful and all of the above. It's a beautiful language. All right. So I'm just kind of going to look in, because also concerned about civil war in this country. Are these people really going to rise up and create more chaos?
Okay, I have to clear
that level.
I have to totally clear because I just have to.
I'm going to turn my heater back on, so I'll be right.
Maybe I'll turn mine on too.
Yeah.
This is cashmere, so it's actually not bad in here.
All right.
I mean, I get that they want to.
Oh yeah.
I definitely get that they want to, and they think so. Because I get this, let's bring it back to the past.
Oh yeah.
Get like this, but it's kind of it's an empress, but it's kind of a false empress in a way, because I guess the strong arm of the law coming through and saying, "Oh no, no, no."
Mm-hmm.
And I also get like the government having all the tools to say, "Oh no, 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 no," because I got the magician, right?
Mm.
And the emperor could sometimes be the tyrant. I think this is really the government. And if things actually do go down and it really gets ugly, we have international friends.
I feel like that every time. Agree. They want to do. They've been wanting to do this forever.
Since 1865.
Exactly. And so it's like they've been building this, and they had this opportunity. They're like, oh, they saw their opportunity with the former guy in there, and he blew it for them. But they're seeing their chances kind of fall. This is the start in this deck in reverse. It's falling. They're seeing their chances kind of fall right now.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever they even get close, know that I feel that they get. We have people on the inside, right? We have the informants. We know about it. We're able to crush it before it gets started, right? They also they're lacking the funding, the backing, right? And anybody involved with them too. This whistleblower is going quite a few different directions. You have world leaders, money, and whistleblower. So you might have backing from, like, let's say Putin, because he wants the United States to fall. You know what I mean? So he's backing this ridiculous civil war movement behind the scenes, but it's going to be stopped before it gets started. And again, they just their back will be against the wall. There's nowhere for them to go. It just won't, it can't happen. It won't happen. Is what I'm getting with these as well. So, but they do. I mean, this is not new. This isn't a new thing. They will continue to look for their avenue to bring in this change, or that what they want to see happen. It's just, it is just all right. Here's one. When is the joy out? All right. So and I remember reading on this before, and I did see that there was going to be a little snag in the plans to get him out, and there was. But let's see where it's going now. Let's see where the energy is leading now. Eight of Wands, Knight of Wands, and Three of Cups.
It's not moving very quickly, I can tell you that.
Yeah, a little bit of a snag, isn't there?
More than a little bit. I get all these, like, I get this, which is sort of like, I get this, which is also stop.
You get that card every reading.
I get this, which is pause. I get an illusion. So I'm getting this, which is like, your guess is as good as mine.
Right.
Right? It's sort of like, you know, I mean, I get it happening, you know, and it could be March because it's 3, but it's not quite clear, you know, and timing is really always very difficult.
Yeah. Timing is weird in all readings, but
you know, it's going to be done in a really, really efficient, professional, organized, new foundation way, right? So that's good.
Oh yeah.
It's 5, and this would be May. This is also Taurus, right? This is Taurus, so it could be May. But right now,
yeah. I agree. Right now, look what I got for right now. It's on the.
Yeah, right. And they're all lit. Yeah. Do I stay? Do I go? Do I make a left? Do I make a right? Do I come over to the side of the road?
Yeah.
I think I'll have.
With the red one up, if it was like that, maybe go. But it's the red one up, so I feel like, yep, we're at the stop sign right now. But don't worry. There's something coming in to haunt him. The past is coming in to haunt him. I have the past in reverse here. That means it's coming in to haunt him. And I got the this is the shitstorm card. It's brown. So the past, the shitstorm is coming in to haunt him. Like whatever he was part of is coming back to haunt him, and he will be targeted and out. He will.
Oh, I love that. The target. Yeah. That's a great card.
I love Andrea's cards. It will happen, but I do see the pause still. There's still a little bit of a pause. We're at the stop sign. Hope he's out before he can script. See, that's the thing, Pam. That's the whole deal. It's just like they're trying to prolong this as long as possible so you can screw up the midterms.
I tell you, I loved voting by mail.
I mean, that's pretty much like
it's so much more sophisticated. It's like, because you know, I remember one time, this is before Trump, voting for, it took me hours and hours. It's like, really?
Yeah.
Really? It's like, can't I just send it in the mail, be done? You know, and give everyone the day off. Everyone have the day off.
Day off.
And, you know, you send it in the mail, and that's the end of the story.
Exactly.
Boom.
Make it a party day.
It could be raining, it could be snowing. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
November, you know, it could be like pretty crappy out.
Exactly.
Or you have your intent to go, and something happens and you can't go.
Okay, so I want to know if I'm going to throw 3 more cards just to see, will he be out before the midterms?
When are the midterms? November.
Are the midterms in November, guys?
Yeah, probably, because that's election day.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's not the big election, but it's still election day.
Okay.
Right? I think. I guess I should have paid more attention to that.
Me too.
I always like ancient history more. Ancient history.
Nim says yes, November.
Yes, November. Okay. Sometimes it's my birthday. Sometimes election day is my birthday.
Oh, okay. So yeah, okay, that makes sense. Other countries, it's a national holiday, and you're automatically registered at 18 to vote. Okay, November 8th, Valeria says. Will he be out? Kind of getting a. Will he be by November?
Okay.
Wow, I'm not getting a yes or no on that.
Well, I sort of was getting kind of the maybe, right? I got the illusion card again. I got the 2, the juggler, right? And then I got the 4 of cups, and like, does he take the gift? Doesn't he take the gift? Maybe there's an opportunity he doesn't take it. But then at the end, I got the Ace of Swords, and sometimes the Ace of Swords for me can be like, slash, cut it out.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know, you're done. You know, very Zorro.
Okay, so it may be interdimensional awakenings in the house. Hello, Karen.
Name, oh my God.
She held a fundraiser for you when you were.
Thank you.
And we were all on her channel.
And then they wrote, I couldn't find it. Thank you. Thank you.
That's her channel, interdimensional I'll put it up here on the screen. Yeah. So she held a telethon, like literally, and
Wow.
yeah, it was,
Thank
you
you.
know, we were all feeling helpless, and literally Spirit, she's like, I don't know him at all, but Spirit was tapping on my shoulder all morning. And so we got to do this. And we did. And she was on for hours and hours, and
Wow.
the community came together because we
Well, I tell you, within the first 24, I got so much money on PayPal. It was crazy.
Yep, that was
and it was like, you know, a big part of the lesson. There was a lot. There was so much. I'm still chewing on it. You know.
Oh, she was on for 5 hours. Yeah,
A big part of it was really allowing myself to be loved in a way that I've never allowed myself to be loved.
Yeah. See?
And so the interesting thing is, for years, I've been sitting in the same meditation where I go into I wake up, I light a cigarette, I drink my iced coffee, and I go sit in bed so that I don't fall asleep, right? The iced coffee, no matter how cold it is. Because you can drink a lot quick.
Right.
Oh, I got to wait for coffee, and I'm sipping. It's not a patience that. Anyway, I go into my heart, and I spread joy right through my body, and then I radiate joy down to the earth, and I receive. I don't think I've ever really received. I think I've received almost like there was like a block in the pipe. You know, I sort of got it, and I don't know. I go up to the angels and I do the same thing and I receive back. I think because I've been doing that for so long, it's almost as if I don't know how to describe it. It's like someone had a bank deposit box for me that I have no idea about.
It just, I tell you,
and that's the way. And it's just. It's so overwhelming, and it's bigger than me.
It is bigger than you,
and so much bigger than me, and I'm so grateful, and that I had the wherewithal to say I really need help, and to also allow it, you know, because that's been really, and it's easy for me to say that to other people. Believe me.
Oh yeah, you tell. It's so easy.
So easy. It's like, oh, you're not taking care of yourself. I'm sitting there. Oh, you're not taking care of yourself. You need to take better care of yourself. You know, you need to love yourself. Yeah. So that's been a really big part of it. And I mean, and I get Amazon Prime wish list stuff every day. I got this clock yesterday and these little they're so gay. These little little ice cream bowls, you know, and they're all different colors. Because I love all my pretty stuff, you know.
Yes.
You know, my old kitchen was very, Sheila could tell you, it was like a vintage grandma antique shop, you know.
Yeah.
I had all these teacups, like almost all of them broke. Because they broke, you know. And it's like, okay, well, it's time to do a new theme, less dusting. But people have really, and I get like little gifts every day. I'm wearing this, and also someone sent me these fabulous shoes, which I'm living for. Oh, and the thing is, I was going to buy them before I'd gone to Mexico, and I was like, save your money, you know. But
awesome.
And the other day, I found the ones that they're easy to replace that were on the floor wet. They were my favorite sneakers. Well, I threw them away, obviously. But yeah, just letting people love me. And the other big part of the lesson for me is that I was so identified with the place.
Yeah.
Because I've been living there for so long.
Right.
And it's like my whole identity was wrapped up in this inexpensive apartment that I have in New York, and that I live in the middle of the city. And I have my studio, my art studio there. I do YouTube out of there. I ran Airbnb out of there. Everything. Like my whole life is wrapped up in that.
Right.
And especially during COVID, you know, because it's like you never leave.
Yeah. No one's leaving. Yeah.
And, you know, I'm more than my apartment. I'm more than the space I live in. I'm more than my body. I'm more than my job. I'm more than the amount of money I have in the bank. I'm more than how skinny I am, how fat I am, or whatever. And sometimes, that's what the tower's about. That's what the fucking tower's about.
That is so much.
So what the tower is about.
It's a beautiful piece
Over
of
soul or God or karma comes in and says, "Oh no, 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 honey." I remember once I worked at this place. I used to make handmade t-shirts like the one that you have, right? I used to do all these occult symbols, right? I used to hand dye everything and put the screen on myself, and but it was a lot of work. But I did it for a year. I did it for like 10 years. And I used to sell this store in Chelsea, and I used to work there as well. And I was very identified with that store. I was running that store. I could run the whole store. I could do all the sales. I could do all the merchandising. I could do the register. I could do the buying. I could do the whole thing. And I was really good at it. I grew up in retail. I'm really good at it. And it's a long story, but they invited this real freak in who they bought a hot computer from, and it was like this whole criminal element, and my gut was like, there's going to be violence here, and I need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So I did. And then 2 months later, he was arrested. And I remember when I left, and it was like everything was falling apart at the same time. And I remember this like spiritual guy in my life. He goes, "You're vibrating higher." He goes, "You're vibrating higher." It's as simple as that.
Wow.
So that's how, when the tower comes in, it's like, well, everything, this is my job. This is my job.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the company closes, like you're working for Eastern Airlines, remember? Or whoever,
Right.
How many giant corporations have gone out of business in our lifetime that, you thought you're going to have the pension for 40 years. It's like pension. They can't even afford the fucking building pension.
Exactly.
So, and it's like you give your whole life to it, and it's like I'm identified, I wear my little Eastern wings or whatever it is,
Yep.
Like, no, you're not your job. You're not the relationship. You're not your body. You're not, and right.
And the one thing that I love about your story, and I feel like Connie tapped into it with this. She's like, you're not falling from the tower, you're flying. And
nice.
But you chose that. You could have just fallen with you could have just said.
I have a lot of experience in falling. I do.
You've already been there. You've already done the falling.
Experiences in falling. I really do in my life. And I know what that is. I know what it's like. I know where it leads. And I know how hard it is to get up off the ground.
Right. Yeah.
Once you've splatted, it's really hard to put yourself back.
It's hard to get back up. Yeah. Yeah. So, but you chose to fly, and all of us here, and
you all helped me fly. That's the truth. And so the last video that I did for everyone, and the one before that, it just came out by accident, and I said, "You helped me up." And it was like, that's exactly what happened. That's exactly, like, I didn't make a mistake. You know how sometimes you want to say one thing and something else comes out of your mouth? It's like, you helped me up. That's the truth. You did help me, and you continue to, and I really appreciate it. And the other the other thing is, my teddy bear is my higher power, and he told me to do YouTube a million times. And I finally did YouTube because, I had a little YouTube station, but I wasn't really serious. And I started watching all the readers, and I was like, you could do this. And I was bored. So I started doing it. And, if not for YouTube, I never would have gotten through this. It was really the people from YouTube that really supported me financially. So now it's like, yeah, things are still not in order. Things, I still don't really have a place to live. I don't know what's going on with the apartment, how long it's going to take. It's a long process, and everything is up in the air. Do you have an answer on this? No. Do you have an answer on this? No. Do you have an answer on this? No. But I have a financial cushion, so it's not like, and on top of everything else, I can't pay my credit card, or
Yeah.
etc. And it's like, if I need to buy something, I buy it. Now, believe me, I'm holding that money like I've never held money before.
Right.
I'm holding that money like I used to spend it, because I love spending money. But I'm holding that money like I've, but it's a completely different situation to be in than, had not for YouTube, and I wouldn't have had what I have.
Yeah. Well, this is a divine connection between all of us, and Connie's again saying about that, but a divine connection, providence at play.
Yeah, I think you're right, Connie. Yeah, that we all met. Yeah, I agree.
And so, and we felt frozen, and we didn't know how to. We wanted to help because we're connected to you, right? We're all connected, and when one of us is hurting, like Karen said, we're all hurting, and so she got on for 5 hours, and we were able to help.
Right, but this is where the earth is going. Slowly but surely, is like, I am my brother is me. I am the earth is me. I am God is me. And all of that is all the same. And I've had glimmers of that, And it's not like I'm going to lose my person. I'm not going to be a big,
we don't,
or stop wearing scarves or whatever.
No, you gotta, yeah. And this is one of my cards.
I am you. Yeah, I'm you. You are me.
So
yeah, that's the deal.
And
so that's why when you meet somebody that really gets under your skin, right? Somebody who really gets under your skin, right? And you say, oh, they're so arrogant, or they're so obnoxious, or they're so needy, or whatever it is. It's like,
yeah. Exactly. Check yourself. What is it about that person that is really irritating me? And I'm going to do an inventory check on myself at that point. Okay, that's really irritating me. Yeah. What inside me is your, you know what I mean?
Why do I identify with that?
Why do I identify with that? And you guys, and you're going to hate to hear this, we have to do that with Mr. Former Guy too.
Yeah.
What about him irritates you? What makes you angry? What makes you hate him?
Right.
Right. So he's a this, and he's a that, and he's a this and that. And it's because we're like, I need to take inventory and make sure to clean out my closet in those areas, and make sure I'm aware and can.
Right. Because we've all had our moments. I mean, I'll speak for myself, but we all have our moments of trying to get over. Right.
Yeah.
Well, if I can get away with it, I will. Right.
So, it's just an opportunity to grow ourselves, right? And here's another card for you as you are in this transformation.
You can, okay. My glasses. You'd think my vision would have become perfect.
So as you're in this transformation,
I love her.
Yeah,
her hair is fabulous. I'm so jealous.
Yesterday doesn't fit you anymore, right?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
So can't go back, and you're embracing the forward and grieving and that's okay. Like, do the grieving.
Also, you know what? If they fix the apartment, and because it's like, you know what I paid, and I have a right to that apartment. So it's like, people. It's very simple. People say, "Oh, just move." It's like,
it's not that.
It work like that. It doesn't really quite work like that.
Not when your grandfather didn't like the way you were. That's just
right. So, but it's also about just being in this space, not making. I am the space, and the space is me. It's like, it's just a space. It's just a space.
That's true.
Open to something other, right? I mean, well, go out and look for it. It's like, no, no, no. If it's meant to be, she's going to give it to me. She's going to present it to me. She's going to, give me a hint, give me a sign, give me a knock on the door, something, you know? I mean, I would pick up and move to Mexico, you know that, but.
So, and your community there, I bet your friends there really came around and just embraced you. And
yeah. Mexico is an interesting place for me because the first time I went, it was really like a fluke. And I went sort of by accident in a way. And when I got there, I was like, oh my God, I belong here. It's so weird. It's like, I belong. And then I was there for like 10 days. And then I remember, and my shrink is a little bit of a witch. And he goes into like sort of trance and he's like, we're buried there. I was like, oh my God.
Whoa.
I remember going, before I went the second time, I said, so let's see if I'm just living some kind of fantasy or if I really make a connection. And I did.
So one of your bodies is there, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. One of your sleeves.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah. I feel so at home there. I can't even I don't know, it just feels, I can't even describe it. I can't describe it. It's like, oh, I belong here. And
Mark
I know I don't. And I practico español todo día, pero tengo pronunciación muy bien, pero no tengo vocabulario. You understand that? So it's like my pronunciation is good, but I don't have a vocabulary. So
right. Like you sound just like them, but you can make it sound just so perfect. But
yeah, but I'm really I have a friend, so we're supposed to do it every day, but it's like we end up just talking.
I love it. I love it. But, well, we're excited to see where you go, and we're connected, so we're going to be with you whatever choices you make.
Well,
of course, understood, because she's our Mexican sister here.
Who, interdimensional?
Yeah, Karen.
Verdad. Yeah. Mucho gusto.
My little Latino sister here. Okay. All right. Well, we got to answer some questions. We got to really check in with you, Jeffrey. Thank you for being so open and sharing. Because again, you know what it's like to be on this side when someone's hurting or needs assistance, and you're on this side of it. And so we are so blessed with you sharing your journey openly with us, because it also helps us take inventory in our own lives, because we don't want a tower. So
right.
If you took the tower for us, and we can learn.
Even on the like on my channel, because I don't really do politics. I just do it as like when I'm invited, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I've been talking about for months, and we talked about this earlier. It's like we live in a world where anything can happen anywhere, and so one's security needs to be in one's soul. Because everything else is a glamour. Everything else is an illusion. Things change. Things are in a.
Oh my gosh! You just had another orb.
See?
Sorry.
Yeah.
He's surrounded, guys. Orbs.
This is home. Even like the Four of sometimes I see the Four of Wands. It's like this is the home. That's true.
That's the thing. That's true story right there. Yep.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Paisley would like us to do a 22 message.
We have to throw 2,222 cards.
Or 2 cards, maybe.
So in Mexico, in America, you say, what's where is that place that you can locate it? You go 123 Main Street, right? So there's a building. It's like a big office building, and there's like a mall downstairs on Reforma, which is the big avenue in Mexico, one of the big avenues, like 17 miles long or something. And it's called 222. You know, for me, it's called 222. They don't say it like that. They go 222. They say the whole thing.
Wow.
And I say to him, I go, it's 222.
222.
Yeah.
Right. 222. Love it. Now, is 22 your favorite number? Or am I thinking of someone else?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Nope.
No. I like a lot of numbers. I don't really have like a.
I must be thinking of someone else. Connie said, this year I will celebrate my birthday on 11/22/22. Ooh.
You're right on the cusp, aren't you?
Wow.
True cusp. That is a true cusp.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's right. Because when you're on the cusp, you're really influenced by both. You really are.
I think
That's a Scorpio Sag cusp, which is actually quite a nice one. Sometimes some of the cusps can be really odd because they really are like they don't really get along. But the Sag Scorpio it's kind of a nice one.
I think I'm on the cusp too.
What's your date?
August 19th.
Yeah, it's pretty close. Yeah, it's about the cusp. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. We begin the Ace of Swords. Fresh new ideas, clear thinking, victory after tears. That's what this is.
Breaking through
tears.
Breaking through the shit. Yep.
I get the Angel of Healing. And we were talking about the cusp, and look what I got. Sagittarius and Scorpio.
Oh my gosh.
So weird. So the Angel of Healing is here. This is about bringing in a new balance. This is a new balance going to be maintained, right? And there's this sense of being able to put together elements and make them work in a new way. The old is actually fertilizer for the new, right? Because it transforms. Because this is like mulch in the garden. That's what this is. Mulch in the garden. Here's the sun. And it's about a sense of community. It's about fairness. It's about balance. So I feel like there was some stuff in the past that may have been painful, that might have been unseemly. I love that word. Unseemly, painful, and it's like, I think it's like there's this acceptance of it. There's a real acceptance of it, and saying, sort of like what I went. It's like, okay, can I save this? This is worth saving. I'm going to take the best of what it is and make it into something new in my new home, right? My heart, which is the part I was just talking about. And I'm going to be confident because I have the high ground. And then you get her. I love her. So the fascinating thing about her is that traditionally she is a widow or a single, right? She's a woman of loss. She's either a widow or she's like that. She's a woman of loss. She's cried her tears. And now she's moving forward. She had the experience and it's behind her. It's behind her. And I'm really getting that. I'm getting like it's, you know what I'm getting? I'm getting sort of the whole mishmash of 20 and 21 is like, I think now is the new year really beginning. Like January was really part of, you know what I mean? It's like 1980 was still really part of the 70s.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? It's a little bit like that.
Yeah.
So I feel like now we're heading into like the post COVID. You know, because we had that last hit at the end with the Omicron.
Yeah.
I feel like we're heading into the post, right? And she could also, in a way, be a February card. This is Aquarius, right? She could be Aquarius, and this could be February.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I get like you're balancing out the past and what you've given and what you've taken, and you're balancing it again. And there's a complete transformation with clear thinking, and you made it. You made it. Be confident.
Yeah.
Be confident. Leave the past behind, move forward with a new vision.
I love that.
Yeah.
And to continue that message forward, I'm just going to say, you know, it's just the beginning, you guys. We're at the beginning. And you can see
Cheetah, like Cheetah Rivera.
she's holding a sign saying love Mother Earth.
Cool.
But it's the child card, and that talks about beginning and new and,
right.
and baby steps. But on this one, very clear. It's just the beginning. That everything else, no, we're at the beginning now. And what are you going to create with this new beginning? I choose harmony.
Mm-hmm.
To work towards harmony. And with that, it's bringing this energy in. I am you, right? That harmony, bringing in that truth, that knowledge, that sword of truth. And then we move into communication. It's not time to withdraw. It's time to step in and bring that truth, speak the truth, just like she's doing. Look at her. She's out there. Mm-hmm. She's shouting it out, right? It's time for us. If we want that harmony, it's time to speak that out. And then the last card, I love this card. It's the Freebird card.
Oh, nice.
Right. And empathic, generous, awakened, intuitive, magical, healer, courageous, inclusive. You are the goddess.
Beautiful.
Be that goddess, guys. Be the queen. It's just the beginning. We get so much of ending. No, it's just the beginning. Let's
it feels like, doesn't it?
Right?
I know. And it's, so odd for winter, but it is.
I know.
Yeah.
And apparently it's going to be a long winter because.
Oh, the groundhog? He was like, I'm coming out. It's too cold.
The groundhog's like, I see my child.
I don't care if you're waiting.
Yeah. Well, blessings, everybody. Thank you for coming to hang out with Jeffrey and myself today. And Jeffrey, thank you again for sharing you with us. And we are all linking arms, and I hope that you feel that. And I know that you do.
I do.
And we will continue.
I feel like I'm back, I mean, it's going to take me some time, but I do feel like I'm, also just packing everything up and knowing that the guy's coming tomorrow. It's like, okay, I can walk, a good part of it is like, okay, because I need to not be in that apartment for days now. Yeah. Just not be there at all. I go in there and it smells and it's like,
it's too raw still.
Well, so I know what it used to look like.
Exactly.
It's melted.
Yeah. Everybody's giving you loves.
Thank you.
All right. So
shoe size is 10 American, 10 American. I like open toe, open back.
There you go. Yep.
I like open toe, open back.
That means flip-flops, I think.
No, with a heel.
Oh, with a heel.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I missed the heel part. All right. Awesome.
Thank you.
I love it.
thing.
Love you so much. All right, guys.
Go check
see
out my website and go check out my channel and become a member or subscribe. And I'll be back to doing dailies again with Nancy Jean. She throws in the garden. I throw cards. We do them together.
Awesome.
And then for members, I do weekly by sign. You know, but I do weekly for everybody, but then I get more specific.
Yeah, you do a little more. Yeah, got it. Perfect. So I do have his information in the description, so check that out if you just need to click on it. And we'll see you over on his channel. And blessings to you all. Thanks for hanging out with us today. And big hugs. Yay. All right.